Hello everybody, Mr. Pilgrim here, coming at you with the 5th and final video for our Platinum Trophy Guide for Dolmen. In this video I'm going to show you guys how to get the 9th and last driller of the game. I'm also going to go over the last 2 bosses of the game, as well as cleaning up all remaining trophies as well. So starting off here, as always, we have the new area to go through right here. I'm going to go through, clear out, and then show you guys how to go through the area and all that good jazz. So from here, if you head down to the right and follow the path that I take, this will lead you to the next secret driller. So you'll come in here and you'll take this first right, as you'll see right here. And then what you'll actually do is you won't take that first right. You'll then take this second one over here. You'll know if it's the right one because you'll have this glowing mushroom right here. But following this path up and around, as you can see right here, we can now head on up onto the mushrooms. I do believe they're mushrooms. But once you make it over here to this third mushroom, as you'll see, there's the path that's heading off to the left, right here. And as you can see, this is where you'll find the 9th secret driller. They will give you the one thing that you'll need to make the drilluzi. And now we can be on our way. So from here you'll just have to come over to the other side and you'll find the continuation right here. Then you'll come down over here. And as you can see, there is the door leading to the boss area, I guess I should say. But coming inside, you'll find a bunch of crates that you can break. No enemies found inside, of course. But from here, we're actually going to hang off to the left. Coming up these stairs will lead us back outside and will lead us to the next beacon, which will be tucked over here, as you can see. So from here, actually, we're going to head back inside. And we're going to get ready for the next boss. Now, just like the previous 2 bosses, this boss is also pretty tanky, and stamina is always going to be a major factor in these last few boss fights here, so do keep that in mind. But once you're ready, you can then head up these stairs and make your way through the door. Once you're ready though, you can finally enter the arena and you can fight General Vesib. I believe that's how you say it. As you can see, like previous fights from before, it's basically just waiting for him to do an attack and then going on for a counter. Whenever he summons the rocks, do be careful as he can use them to boost his attacks, giving him a little bit more damage. The best attack is probably the dashing R1s. But once he gets to around, I'd say 60%, he'll start throwing his hammer around. As you can see, he'll just throw it around into these portals. As you can see though, stamina is key here. Whenever he does this is a good time to heal and get a battery off. That field around him will just slow you down. As you can see though, when you get more familiar with the fight, you'll learn how to counter and stay close to him to maintain damage. He can still combo you pretty easily though, so do keep that in mind. But as you can see, once you defeat him, you won't actually truly defeat him, as he's not fully dead, but he will leave, and it will count as you beating him.
Control, do you have something to do with this?
I hacked his comm system and negotiated
But from
the
here, we can now head inside.
I was going to win that fight.
I could not risk it. He will cancel the invasion force, but we still have to deal with Tharvus himself.
Once you come inside though, you'll find the next beacon will be just up or down. From the elevator here, you can just walk forward. And off to the left will be the beacon.
Interaction area. It's where the scientists used to put different kinds of species to interact, so they can analyze their pattern of behaviors.
Great.
So from this beacon, if you follow the path that I take, this will lead you to the final boss of the game. So coming through here, you'll have to go off to the left once you get past this container here. But coming down over here, we can then head off to the right. Once we get around this corner here into this first room. And here you'll have a device you can interact with, which will unlock the door. So now we can head back the way we came. Do note that most of the enemies in this area are weak to acid, so do keep that in mind, as well as the last boss. So after unlocking the door, we can finally head through this one here in the middle. At this T section, you'll want to head off to the left. You'll need to cut some spider web. And we can then run down the hallway. You don't have to worry about the active gun right here. It won't shoot you. And if you're actually having trouble, I think you can use it to your advantage to deal with some of the enemies in the game. Anyways, though, from here you can then follow this path. And then take the elevator up. Once you are at the top of the elevator,
I'm getting the information through your suit. Let me see.
You can come here.
Tharvus found out the invasion was called off and is
find the next
reprogramming the
beacon.
crystals to open portals randomly. If he can't conquer us, he will destroy us.
I can eliminate the target in a few minutes. Try to interfere with his comms.
No, wait. The control system is on the Nicoderma side.
So from here you can head to the final boss of the game, Tharvus Kheep. Like the previous boss, he is very aggressive and leaves you little time to heal as well as attack whenever you can. And once you're ready, you can head into the arena and fight Tharvus. Do note that you can actually stagger him using the jeweled sword or the pickaxe here. Like always, stamina management is going to be key. Whenever he does this, you try and want to get as far away as you can. Whenever you knock him down, it's the perfect time to get the heal off or recharge the battery. You can see, like the previous bosses, once you get more familiar with how he operates, But we are almost done with this fight. Not trying to take any chances here. But once you've defeated him and beaten the game, I will see you after the lengthy cutscene. So now that you've beaten the game and gotten everything else, the last 3 trophies that you have to get for Dolmen are all related to crafting. So what I mean by that is you'll have to go through and craft all of the weapons in the game that you can craft. Do note that the Julian Greatsword does not count towards this, so you don't have to worry about that or trying to craft it. You will also need to craft all forms of pistols, and then as well as fully upgrading all of the armor pieces to tier 3. So I will leave a link to a very descriptive and informative guide for how to get the parts on getting all of these crafted and what enemies to go for. Now do note there isn't any way to increase your drop rate or anything like that, or chances of it. You'll simply just have to farm the enemies, so do keep that in mind. Now the one thing I will go over though is pardon me, a distinction that some people will not know is that your regular Ice Zoan Axe, which is the weapon that you actually start the game with, is not the same as the Ice Zoan Axe. So you will need to also craft the Ice Zoan Axe. Just keep that in mind, as it is one of the few things that isn't just directly stated whenever it comes to that. Same as the regular Zoan rifle and the Zoan rifle. They're both the same, except one's a little bit different. Just make sure you also have the pistols and everything. And now I will go over all of the weapons and things like that. So you'll need to craft the Bazaar Axe, the Queen Canopy Great Club, the Dimensular Swords, the Dimensular Claws, the Driller Claws, the Tret Axe, the Driller Pickaxe, the Dual Nicoderma Swords, like I said, the Ice Zoan Axe, the Fire Zoan Axe, the Acid Zoan Axe, the Zoan Fire Greatsword, Acid Zoan Greatsword. I don't know why they don't have an ice version of this sword, but then you'll also need to craft the Ice Scrap Sword, Fire Scrap Sword, Zemo Claws, Zemo Cudgel, the Driller Greatsword, the Zoan Chainsaw, the Driller Infortis, and the Zoan Claws. Now once you've actually crafted all of these items, you will then have the first trophy. Now most of these weapons you should probably already have all of the materials for, and then the rest are boss related weapons that you'll need to go back and farm the bosses for. And when trying to farm for all of the items and equipment for fully upgrading all of the armor pieces, you should get plenty of Dolmen fragments to go back and farm the bosses. From here we're going to move on to pistols, which will be the second trophy. You'll need to craft the Pedoplasma, the Nikifura, the Drilloozy, the Drilluka, the Nicoderma Shotgun, the Acid Zoan Pistol, Fire Zoan Pistol, Ice Zoan Pistol, the Zoan Rifle, and the Driller MG. That will get you the second trophy of the game. Now you don't have to worry about shields at all, do not worry, it's not going to be counted towards anything. And then the last thing that you'll have to do is fully upgrade all of your armor types. All of them have to make it to tier 3, and once you do that and craft the last piece of equipment that you have, you should have the platinum trophy for Dolmen. Now whenever going back and trying to farm and gather materials, best place I found to start is just start at the tutorial and then just work your way through most of the game again. This will help you get just random drop chances, as well as using the Reddit link I will leave below, which is a great help at figuring out what enemies will drop what for you and what areas you need to go to farm the items. Big thanks to whoever originally made that post and made that detailed guide. They deserve a lot of credit for making that, as I'm sure it took a lot of time just to get all of the drops possible from every single enemy. But the build I'm currently using is also pretty good. Oh, I also forgot to mention the Ancient Calraf as well as the Nicky Boom weapons are also going to be needed to be crafted, of course. The Nicky Boom is actually a really good pistol that does a decent amount of damage and will basically help keep you going through from the tutorial all the way almost up until the end game, which is pretty nice. But as always, this has been Mr. Pilgrim. Like I always say, I do hope that these videos and guides are helpful and informative in any way, shape, or form. And as always, I will see you all in the next Platinum Trophy Guide.